What's up? How's everybody feeling? We're doing good? Hell yeah. Make some noise if you're like me and you grew up in America, but you also grew up speaking a second language. Make some noise. Oh yeah, hey, okay, don't be shy, it's still legal. Okay, it's still legal. Don't be shy. Did you clap, sir? Was that you? What do you speak, sir? Spanish. Let me ask you something, and I promise you, I'm not trying to roast you, this is a linguistics joke, so please just answer me as fast as possible, okay? When you are hooking up with somebody, hopefully it's your partner next to you, do you dirty talk in English or in Spanish? English. Why do you hate yourself? Why? Why do you reject your culture? Whenever I ask this question, people always say English, because I think it's really for two reasons. One, I think it's because a lot of times they're in an interracial thing and they'll be like, oh, I speak Spanish, but my partner's white, they don't speak Spanish, so I do it in English. Or they'll be like, oh, I speak Spanish, but it's at like a 4th grade level, it's not that good, so I do it in English, And to me, that's kind of a dumb excuse, because if you think about it from the other person's perspective, it's like, I don't think the point of dirty talk is maximum comprehension. You know what I mean? Like, I don't speak Spanish, but if I was hooking up with a Spanish girl, I am not gonna be like, wait, what did you say? You know what I mean? I'd be like, I think I know what's happening right now. Thank you so much. This is the best time of my life, comprende, for sure. I think if you speak a second language, you gotta do both. You have to do like a hybrid method. You know what I mean? The energy in the bedroom has to be like a Toyota Prius. You know what I'm saying? It's gotta be half electric, half gasolina. You know what I'm saying? That's the only way, man. I asked this question at a show recently. I was talking to a Spanish-speaking woman, and she had a fascinating answer. I asked her the same question, and she goes, oh, well, when the sex is good, I dirty talk in Spanish. But when it's bad, I do it in English. And I thought that was really interesting because I think when you're hooking up with somebody, especially if it's new, you don't know right away if it's gonna be good or not. You don't know until you're like halfway in. So I'm like, okay, does that mean there's like a scenario in this woman's life where she's hooking up with somebody and initially he's bringing all the moves, he's moving real fast, it's all good. So she's like, ay, papi, right? But then 10 minutes in, he's tired, his arms are shaking, he's sweating on her. It's not so good. So then all of a sudden she's like, don't give up on me, Gary. You know what I mean? Like that's a little abrupt. Nobody wants that. I guess if like English is your second language, I understand why you may not want to dirty talk in English, because I think we all have immigrant friends in this country who their English is amazing. But my logic is like, I think if English is not your mother tongue, I don't care how smart you are, sometimes when they're talking, even when they're trying to compliment you, they will sometimes use like a slightly off vocab word, and it changes the context of the conversation, right? Like I remember in college I had a Polish girlfriend, and she came to my dorm room once, we were watching Netflix, we were chilling, and she made a move on me, man. She put her, she put her hands on my penis. She put it there. She put it right there. Yeah, the way I'm telling the story, you guys are like, virgin, it happened, okay? You gotta believe me, I fuck, okay. So it happened, and then, I got hard, that's how you know that it happened, it's evidence, I got hard. And then she felt it, and that's where the guy, she goes, oh, it is now getting jumbo. I was like, ew, jumbo, what the fuck? I fucking hate that. That sounds like a medical condition, She's like, what should I do with it? I was like, I don't know, stab it with an EpiPen, I think. Hurry, I'm dying. I've been traveling a lot for comedy. I was recently in Dallas, Texas doing some shows, man. Anybody been to Dallas or Texas recently? Yeah, man. I've never been there before, man. It was my first time. And comedians, we have a lot of time during the day because our shows are at night. So I got there and I went to the botanical garden when I was there. Not because I'm into nature, but I went because when I got to my hotel and I opened up my laptop, first thing I found out is that, did you guys know Pornhub is blocked in Texas? Did you guys know about that? All porn sites are blocked in Texas right now. Yeah, that threw me off. I was like, I'm horny, I guess I'll go look at some trees. I was confused. But I was like, it like really threw me off, so I looked into it. And what happened is a couple years ago, they passed this bill that requires all adult content websites in Texas to verify the age of the users, which sounds fine. But the way they're making you do that is they make you upload your government ID. So you have to give the government your home address just to watch a realtor use unconventional methods to sell property. That one's for the boys. So then Pornhub came in and said, hey, we don't like this. This is a violation of people's privacy, so we're going to remove our services entirely from the state of... I learned all this while I was completely naked, by the way. Yeah, sometimes you try to watch porn to relax, but you end up learning about the law. The internet's crazy like that. And you know what's wild? I was like, I'm not even really politically active like that, but that day when I was denied from watching porn, I was radicalized, okay? I was in my hotel room, no pants, like, should I march? I'm gonna march. I'm gonna go to DC. I really did want to march, but here's what I realized. I realized if you want to protest anything in this country, the number one rule is you have to bring a sign with like a powerful and concise slogan, right? Black Lives Matter, my body, my choice, right? I can't be showing up in the back being like, release the MILFs, you know what I mean? I can't do that, you know? No justice, no jizz. Like, what the hell are you talking about right now? But I'm 35 now, I'm getting older. I'm thinking about having kids, man. I think about kids all the time, but I don't think I'm ready to be a dad because I spent most of my life in New York City, and when you live in New York City for a long time, you become a selfish person because New York City is very hard on you financially, and you always feel like somebody's always trying to take advantage of you, so you're always on defense mode, right? And that is not a good quality to have as a father. Like, I know I'm not ready to be a dad because I was walking past the park the other day, and this little boy came out to me holding a basketball. He had bloody knees, and he goes, "Excuse me, sir." And clearly what he's doing is his mom told him that if he's playing at the park and something happens, he has to tell an adult so someone like me can call for help, right? But I didn't realize this, so when he came up to me, I was like, oh, I don't have any money. I don't have any money. and I ran away. And he died, the kid died. He died. He bled out. He lost so much blood. I don't have kids, but my sister has kids. I have nephews, and I'm trying to learn what it's like to be a parent through her, man. And my nephew's 2 years old. And I didn't know that kids at that age are listening to everything everybody's saying all the time. That is how they learn new words, right? And so one of my favorite things to do with my nephew is we like to build a hospital out of Legos, and we pretend that we're doctors. But because my nephew, his dad's a doctor, and he's always listening to everything his dad's saying over the phone with his coworkers, I notice every time I play this game with him, his hospital scenarios are like way too real for a baby. Like, I was playing with him the other day, and I took one of his favorite toys. I took Mr. Bunny, and I go, "Hi, I'm Mr. Bunny, and I'm not feeling so good. Can I go to the hospital?" And he goes, "Okay, let me check." "Oh no, we're out of beds." I'm like, what the fuck? How do you know about that? He goes, "Uncle Fufu, Mr. Bunny's anti-vax." I'm like, stop! He's not, since when? This is something I'm learning from my sister. I don't know if there's any millennial parents in here, but millennial parents are very cocky. Because millennials, we go to therapy and we're in touch with their emotions. And so every millennial parent thinks that they're doing a better job than their baby boomer parents. We all think this. And I know that they're cocky because millennial parents, they will post like parenting techniques on TikTok for the world to see, to be like, look how amazing we are. I saw this video the other day where this millennial dad is explaining that when his 4-year daughter does something good, instead of saying good job, he will ask her how she thinks she did, to teach her that validation comes from within and not from others, right? I can feel you guys turning Republican right now. I can feel you. Stay with me. Stay with me. I'm just a messenger. I'm just a messenger. And I was watching this video and I was like, dude, can you imagine if like we had TikTok in the 90s and our boomer parents were posting parenting techniques? You know how insane that would be if our parents were posting parenting techniques? My dad would straight up be like, "Get ready with me to slap my son in front of his friends." Everybody in the comments is like, "Yes, King, yes. Slay him. Slay your son who's 11 years old, slay him." Oh, you guys are amazing. Thank you so much. Bye.